fun fact. So this song right here. So this song is called Thai Cherry, right? Thai Cherry, yeah. So this song, Lori, please. So this song actually, I was actually meant to feature on this, and I was actually meant to be on this song too. Damn, it would have been nice. It's just the timing was so bad, and I just I couldn't find the time. I just couldn't fit it in anywhere, and I didn't want to like half-ass it or anything, you know. If anything, if I was gonna do it, I wanted to do it like properly. And I felt like just everything in that moment was, I guess, pushing me to a point where if I did it, I felt like it wouldn't have been my best. So, I mean, that's a pity, because, yeah, Thai Cherry would have been something I jumped on. Yeah, you want to hear the verse? No, I was kidding. But yeah, yeah. So, I'm a pretty, terrible friend for doing that. Anyway, but it's still regardless, like, she carried the song, so it's a freaking good song. What's this? No, you're gonna oh, interesting. I didn't know it was spelled XAI. Wow, what a solid album. Well done. You guys should congratulate her even more so, because it's not really easy to pack like this much quality, this many songs, and still be working a hell schedule, you know. It's yeah, it's insane. Trust me, like, I've seen it. It's crazy, but you know, I feel like it's because it's her, she can do it. So big props to Cherini for again killing it. We all knew she would, right? But I really like this song too. Sire. Yeah, I mean, oh god, it's crazy. Felt like it was just like the other day that we were just talking about this, and it's finally out. It's full album cover and everything. It's crazy. I mean, I like this album cover. But I mean, anyway, so 진짜, that's well done. Anyway, so I mean, yeah, just everyone should just support each other at this point. What other news were there? 또 무슨 일이 있었지? I'm just trying to think. Oh yeah, I mean, what's my ideal age to get married? I'll answer some questions. I'll answer the questions. What's my ideal age to get married? I actually don't know, because for me, like a long time ago, I was like, I don't know if I can marry. I don't know if I could marry. It's not because I have commitment problems, but I'm more committed to work, and usually because of that, I've always had a very hard time being in any relationship. 제가 진짜 결혼할 날 그건 진짜 생각 안 해봤어요. 왜냐면 일 중독에 너무 돼 있어가지고. So I've always had a very hard time balancing that out, because I'm a all-in type of person. So if I'm like hooked on something, or if I really want to concentrate on something, I just go all in, which means I have to say no to a lot of things that isn't what I'm focusing on, if you get what I'm saying, you know. So in the case of that, I don't want to, like before, I don't want to half-ass anything I do or anything I commit myself to. So I don't think I've really thought of it. Like long time ago, I don't think I think of it too much. Whatever happens, you know. So I'm sure there's going to be a point in time where I'm going to put down what I do and just focus on living a little bit more. I know it sounds weird. 근데 뭐 어쨌든 that's that. What's my MBTI? I mean, last time I checked it was I am INFJ, but I'm sure like I heard that changes from time to time. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm still an introvert, but I think I am. You know, would I do a concert in Paris? Of course I would. I would love to do a concert in Paris. Any more questions? Do I play Wild Rift? I don't. 그게 뭔지도 몰라요. Of course we're married. Any tips for assistant directing? So if you're an AD, you have to know. Well, in my own case, I feel like any AD has to know. Number one priority is you have to know everything, almost everything the director wants and knows. So if you're on a project and the director has this much information about it, the AD's job is to gather all that information, schedule timing of when the transitions are moving from each scene to each set. Certain, like even to, I mean, my assistant director goes to the point of even knowing what type of shots I want, because obviously we have a lot of meetings with just me and him, and his job is to obviously lay down ground control over the whole set almost. So because why the director should be only focusing on the scene, the set, the chemistry with the actor or actresses or the singer, whatnot. And honestly, it's if like something's happening in the middle of the set and something goes wrong, it's usually the AD's job to resort to any problems to fixing it. And when it's in his or her power, it won't work, then that's when that person would come to the director or the PD, and something would obviously change from there. But usually the AD should have full total control over the set 현장. Someone said touch your nose if you see this, and I did. And honestly, that is one of the most important things, because if a good AD, and I always realize, but a good AD would always make top tier quality production. And it's always something that at the end of the day, because of an AD, if you're good or bad, if you're usually good, the set ends really on time, most of the cases. It doesn't go overtime. So it's a big, I feel like being an assistant director is a big role. You have to know the ropes. You have to understand, like, just on the spot, where to move, when somebody asks you, like, where do we do? Go for makeup? What do we do for this? What this? Usually the AD's job is to take care of all of that too. So yeah, good luck with that, because it's a big job, and it's probably one of the most important jobs. Yeah. Touch your eyebrow. I feel like Mexican food. I love Mexican food. Gotta do it like this or something. I don't know how to do it. Yeah, my voice right now is very sleepy because it's a Sunday, and what better way to spend your Sunday than in your studio making songs for everyone to enjoy later. And big thank you for getting Mito to the top 20 streams in the charts for, I think, Spotify it was. Means a lot to me, because honestly, like I said, it's crazy that even a single person would take the time out to listen to it. I mean, I know it is for you guys, but at the end of the day, it's still like, I can't comprehend it sometimes. But anyway, so that honestly, in terms of just how everything is rolling out, especially for new songs, new demos. I'm not sure exactly if it's going to be now, but obviously I'm aiming to. I'm still working on the next album, so I mean, because you guys enjoyed Mito, but Mito Part 2. How imagine if it came out with that title, that would be so weird. But anyway, would you ever come to South Africa if you got the chance? Absolutely. There's nowhere that like I wouldn't mind going. Just because I love traveling. Any tips for editors, beginner? So any tips for people that are starting editing? Big tip is try everything. So like you see, don't be scared to touch all the filters, effects, whatever. You have to adjust to what you like, what you don't like. But in any case, you have to be very familiar with it. So my recommendation is just go fucking crazy with it, and like don't be scared to like just click on anything. In the case of like you don't blow your computer up completely, but anyway. What do you do when you feel burnt out from creating? That's a very good question, because people like me, for example, that take on so many roles when it comes to creative medium, like making songs and video editing, you can't help but burn yourself out. One way to prevent burnouts is, I know when people are creative, like you get stuck in that zone because you get really excited and you get adrenaline's rushing, and then all of a sudden you get neurons like popping up in your head, and you don't want to leave that whatever you're doing because you're so caught up in the moment. But usually if you do that, and let's say like you stick with it for so long, then you'll immediately get burnt out not too long afterwards, because it's kind of like you're exhausting yourself. You're using like Red Bull energy, and then all of a sudden because you've used so much intense emotion energy, you're gonna get depleted right after. Like you can't keep that up. No human can keep that up. Okay, you're not a robot. So what you have to do is you have to be very strict on making you have to be very strict on making a schedule that you can keep. Like you have to promise yourself, okay, so for example, when I wake up, I'm only going to dedicate my, like, let's say 10 to 12 to like working out, right? And no matter how much I'm in a creative space, I'm just, and then from like, let's say 12 to 6, that's the only time that I'm going to focus on whatever creative task it is. I won't go anywhere over that. And let's say after 6, right? I will try not to think about like what I did in that time. I won't be like so obsessed with it, like to that point, because if you're obsessed with it, it's good. But when you have to live, you have to live, when you want to focus on something else, you have to let it go, no matter how much, you're into it, and this isn't a ring. This is an earring, and I just put it on my finger. I don't know. So that's very important. You have to keep strict rules and strict promises to yourself that you won't touch it anymore further than you should, So that's one way to really, really control and balance out your lifestyle with being creative. Now, what happens when you do burn out, though? Then let it come, You're not going to be burnt out forever. And the best way to deal with burnout is if you just accept it. And because I feel like a lot of times when people burn out, they feel like they shouldn't be burning, like they feel like they shouldn't burn out. So especially people that are perfectionists and people that love creating and they feel like they have to create because it gives them a certain high, then it's not, you don't have to. Like there's no such thing as I mean, unless you're on a time, like a due date or something, then it gets pretty stressful. But if it's not that and you're just burning out, then it's absolutely natural and it's normal to burn out. And if you I guess the best way to compensate for that. Oh, hi John. Oh, sorry. Say hello to John, everybody. That was just like the wind. Yeah, he's a little shy. That's his little room. Yeah, he's a little shy. But anyway, yeah, so with the burnout, just 죄송해요. 저 영어를 너무 많이 하구나. Yeah, with a burnout, just do something else. Like, just, you don't have to fix your burnouts. There's no such thing. You don't have to fix it. And I think the more people try to do something about their burnouts, the more they burn themselves out, ironically. 제가 한국말을 너무 많이 해가지고 제가 지금 방금 한 질문을 그냥 간단하게 설명해 드릴게요. 어떻게 번아웃이 오면 어떻게 해야 되냐? 근데 이제 저는 그렇게 생각해요. 번아웃을 어쨌든 제일 줄이는 방법은 본인한테 이제 약속을 하는 거예요. 이제 뭐 예를 들면 크리에이티브한 사람들한테는 특히나 뭐 하나에 완전 쭉 빠지면 그거밖에 모르게 되잖아요. 그러면 사실 뭐 그거 하나 때문에 진짜 모든 모든 패턴이나 이런 게 다 망가지잖아요. 근데 그 패턴이 망가지는 순간 그게 뭐 수면이든 뭐든 그때부터 이제 슬슬 이제 몸에 약간 피곤이나 이런 게 쌓이면서 이제 지치고 그때 이제 번아웃이 오거든요. 이거를 어떻게든 뭐 관리를 해야 되는데 그게 제일 좋은 방법이 어쨌든 본인한테 스케줄을 짜고 그거를 지키는 게 최고의 방법이긴 한데 그게 어쨌든 제일 답이라고 생각하는데 근데 만약에 번아웃이 왔다 그러면 그거를 고치려고 하지 마요. 그거 번아웃이 왔는데 어떻게 되지? 아까 어떤 사람들은 번아웃이 오면 안 되겠다라는 그런 압박감이 있을 수도 있고 크리에이티브 분들한테는 특히 완벽주의자들. 근데 사실 번아웃이 오는 거는 당연한 거고 그만큼 본인이 이제 거기에다가 쏠리는 에너지가 있는데 우리가 뭐 AI도 아니고 로봇도 아닌데 번아웃이 오면 그대로 오는 대로 받고 그냥 진짜 집에 있고 싶으면 그냥 집에 있어요. 그냥 집에 있고 싶으면 그냥 집에 있고 뭐 아무것도 안 해도 되니까 뭐 이거를 굳이 고치려고 할 필요도 없고 오고 끝나면 다시 뭔가 이게 또 에너지가 생기겠죠. 평생 가지는 않아요, 여러분. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I'll just have to explain that in Korean because a lot of people were asking. Anyway, spoil you about your little song. Sorry, spoil a little about your song. Oh, so my next, 제가 노래를 I made about like 20 demos. 20 demos. 진짜 데모를 한 20개를 만들었거든요. 근데 끝내질 못하고 있어요. Cause I got burnt out. I made 20 demos and I burnt out. And I couldn't even finish a lot of them. See this? 이걸로 가이드를 만드는데 진짜 미쳐버리겠어. I just you know, it's freaking. 나는 인도네시아에서 누구입니까 제발. 재밌네요. 나는 인도네시아에서 누구입니까? 저도 몰라요. Anyway, yeah, so I've been making a lot of songs. You know what? Like when I make a song, I just like, should I spoil a song? No, I can't. Sorry, I'll get in so much trouble. 하면 안 될 것 같아. 제가 이거. So yeah, I don't think I should spoil a song. I'm sorry. You can listen to me the whole day. Oh, thank you so much. I'm pretty sure you when you actually try that, you'll quickly regret what you just said. You're like, oh my god, this guy talks, and then you'll like be like, okay, he's getting pretty boring. I'm gonna fall asleep. You've been listening to Mido over and over again. Thank you. That means a lot. It's crazy how people are still listening to Mido, and I really cannot wait to show you what I have in store for the continuation of Mido. There's a lot of new sounds that I can't wait to show you guys. There's a lot of new visuals and a lot of new roles. Mido's still gonna continue. Like Mido는 still gonna be there. He's still. Mido is gonna be a world star. And I'm not talking about myself, but obviously the character that I play. But he's definitely going to be someone or something, right? That I feel like should take over the world. Yeah. But yeah, I just can't wait to show you the new sounds that I've been working on. 새로운 소리, new genres that I've been trying to tap into. Like weird or crazy, and I can't wait to show you what I have in store visually in here. Like, and 진짜 잘해야 되는데. I just wish there was just two me's, right? I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys want that sometimes. 한국에서 공연 계획은요? 한국에서도 공연을 이제 풀리잖아요. 다음 달부터 풀리는 건가? 이제 한국에서 공연할 거예요. 근데 좀 걱정되는 게 한국에서 공연하면 아무도 제 노래를 모를까 봐. 근데 뭐 다빈이 알면 저도 그래도 제 노래는 한두 번은 들었겠죠? 다빈이 노래를 많이 들으니까 저 한국 분들이, 한국 친구들이. 근데 아무래도 제 노래는 이제 영어가 거의 주이기 때문에 뭔가 안 들을 것 같아서 공연하면 진짜 너무 뭔가 썰렁할 것 같아요. 아무도 모를 것 같아. 그래요? 진짜 꼭 제가 한국에서 공연을 하게 되면 꼭 와주세요. 진짜 진짜 그냥 따라 부르는 것까지는 안 바라는데 그냥 와줘서 그냥 잘 듣고 가주셨으면 좋겠어요. 네. 제가 어쨌든 음악을 하는 이유는 뭔가 여러분들을 위해서 하는 거기 때문에 but yeah, I mean, yeah, so I can't wait. Shows are finally gonna open, and then we're slowly gonna go back to the way we were. And I just can't wait to see everyone and do shows. World tour. Ooh. Doesn't that sound so nice? 진짜 월드 투어도 진짜 빨리 하고 싶고 진짜 하고 싶은 게 많네요. 진짜 수면이 그렇게 중요하다는데 진짜 제가 항상 I take sleep for granted. I take sleep for granted, and I always say, sleep is for the dead, but I feel like, ironically, if I don't take care of my sleeping patterns, I'm probably gonna end up, like, dead pretty fast, I got my blood checked not too long ago, and, like, I look healthy, and I've been, I work out and a lot, but, apparently, like, I'm like deficient in so many things, and that's because my sleeping pattern is just I don't sleep, and I mean, it's not like I don't want to. I really try sometimes. I try lying down, and I've tried like, you know, I don't touch my phone after like 12 when I go like home or whatever, because usually I'm just working. But I think my body is just adjusted to the idea that I just don't want to sleep or something. I don't know. So I've been trying to get a lot of vitamin D in. I've been trying to 햇빛을 많이 받으려고 해요. And I do get a lot of sun. And you know, I tan very easy. Like when I get hit by any sun, right? When the sun hits me up, I get pretty like tanned. But it's nice. So I feel like that's my source of vitamin D anyway. Thank you for so much. Mood swings in this order. Thank you so much. What would you like to see me do in my next video? Wait, I sound like a YouTuber. I mean, like in my next music video. What would you like me? Actually, wait. I mean, I gotta go into character again. You know, like it's such a rewarding feeling when somebody meets me in real life, and like let's say they don't know me, but they've met me for the first time, and they just can't get over how different I am on screen, or the character that I play on screen, and how I am in real life. And for me, like it's like it's a rewarding feeling, because that was my aim. I don't want to have any me, like this uninteresting me, to be out there, you know, presenting or expressing the way I do. I feel like this medium and this art form, you can do anything you want. Like you can be anyone you want. You can obviously within some sort of relations to who you are, or what you have personally. But for me, I really love bringing a character that I've been manifesting to life. And obviously when I watch it, I want to feel like I'm watching somebody else. And I feel like I really thought I was someone else when I was doing Mito. Yeah. No Silhouette is an underrated song. I love No Silhouette. Yeah. I like, you know, I've been out of Mito, I like Dope Lovers. I can't believe I didn't fucking make a video for that. I'm such an idiot. Fuck. It should have been Dope Lovers. 아, 진짜 미쳐버리겠네. Dope Lovers를 왜 안 했을까, 내가 진짜. What a vibey song. Tell me not. That's I like Dope Lovers. Yeah. Yeah, and No Silhouette is definitely, I feel like, a song that I didn't shine too much light on. I can't. Yeah, but again, if you're coming on the 88 Rising concert, 그러면 뭐 이 노래들을 들을 수 있겠죠, live. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. Sayang. Oh yeah, I always say Sayang when I come on lives, because somebody always asks me to say it, but I'll say it. How am I? I'm great. How are you? You love Nerves? I love Nerves. Nerves, honestly, yeah, it was like, seriously, like I won't be able to write a song like that ever again. I'm gonna be completely honest, because Nerves was just one of those songs where there was nothing, like, it was just purely raw emotion. Like, it was literally right after, not too long after, like just like one of the biggest heartbreaks, that it wasn't because it was like, oh, like it was something very obvious. There's a lot of personal things involved, but it was one of the most rawest songs I've ever, it just came out. Like, it just, I cannot, like, I can't remember. Like, if you told me to write a song like that now, I will never be able to make a song like that ever. Like, even in this state. That's why I think it's very important to understand, like, a musician, or I don't know. I think it's really important in what state they are in, that songs usually come out. Like, those are dark times. Mido worked because I went through something extremely crazy. Not not groundbreaking, but I mean over a period of time. And it was something that I've always wanted to show to everyone. But not directly, obviously through a character. But yeah, so I mean, songs like Nerves, like songs like Welcome to the Show, like all that, it's very hard for me to like come by again. And I don't know, that's why I feel like, what if people are like, why isn't there a song like Nerves anymore? Because that was it. Like, that was, unless, I go through something similar, then we'll have a Nerves too. But for now, I'm good. Yeah. 아무튼, Nerves 같은 경우는 이런 노래를 또 쓰라고 하면 제가 못 쓸 것 같아요. 진짜 다시 안 나오는 노래예요. 진짜 저한테. 진짜 그때 너무나 그 감정에, 그 진짜 마음이 너무 찢어지는 감정에 그 가사였기 때문에, 사실 그때 그 당시에 노래를 만들었을 때 그냥 뭐 하루도 안 돼서 이틀밖에 안 돼서 노래 다 끝난 거예요. 그렇게는 다시 못할 것 같아요. 아마 만약에 똑같은 상황이었으면 모르겠는데, 그게 되게 중요한 것 같아요. 약간 현재 지금 제 본인 멘탈이 어디에 있는지에 따라서 그 분위기가 나오죠. 근데 지금 그런 노래를 쓰라고 하면 절대 못 쓸 것 같아요. 어떻게 나오실지 모르겠어요. Welcome to the show, Nerves, 이 두 노래는 못 하겠어요. 그래서 어쨌든 다음 앨범이 좀 기대되긴 하는데, 어쨌든 과연 사람들이 받아줄지 모르겠네. 너무 이상하진 않고, 너무 막 산으로 가는 소리는 아닌데, 근데 어쨌든 Nerves, 뭐 Welcome to the Show 이런 분위기는 그대로 그 분위기는 진짜 하기는 어려울 것 같아요. Yeah. Why am I funny when I speak Korean? Because English is my first language, and even though I am Korean, I still like have to think when I talk Korean. So like that's why our voice gets higher. 그래서 목소리가 올라가잖아요. Because when you speak Korean, when you speak another language, if you take notice, your voice goes higher because you have to think about what you're saying. And even though I've been living in Korea for like 11 years, it's still not my first language, so it's very, like, my voice gets a little higher, and it's kind of weird. Yeah. Anyway, 저는 그러면 이번에 또 see it went higher. 저는 그러면 이번에 let me try talk in Korean. 그냥 평상시 목소리